Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pence less. From the kickoff to the final whistle blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a low, from sideline jokes to post-match tales, all big goofs and their big fails.
Ready?
We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah!
One, two, three, four, Teddy lost his shorts again. He's burning down the sideline, boots blurred, defenders flatline, eyes on the prize, he don't even flinch till his shorts get yanked and we all get a glimpse. Oh, he's got the moves, he's got the pace, the fullback fire, no one can chase, but every second game without fail, he moves the crowd like his tail's from the tail. Tedesco's got that power peach, tears through lines like a one-man breach. Every try a cheeky show, 'cause someone always grabs too low. He's the king with the runaway pants, flashing footy, fans from the stands might lose his kit, but never the ball. He scores, they cheer, we've seen it all. Go, go, Teddy, buns of steel, spin through tackles like a damn pinwheel. A camera zoom, slow-mo reveal. Another week, another cheeky ordeal. Jerseys ripped, shorts halfway down, still busts the line and owns the town. From Roosters fans to ref surprise, the league's most famous gluteal thigh. He ain't trying to show it off, but every game becomes a strip-off.
Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! How's everybody doing? And of course, this isn't working. I should have known better than to think it would just work. But anyways, while we sort that out, welcome along. Try and figure out what the hell's going on. How's everybody doing anyways? The very last game of the round, a shortened round, of course, because the big one coming up, State of Origin, coming up on Wednesday night. Very much looking forward to that.
Good afternoon, good afternoon.
I should support the Raiders for the sake of Mel's punts. Gamer Mel can support her own punts. All right? How about that? Anyway, some technical difficulties. You probably heard that voice in the background. We can't see her yet, but...
I'm on TikTok. Ahoy.
Oh, you are
Ahoy
on TikTok.
TikTok.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so TikTok's working.
Apparently,
It's just...
I can see myself on TikTok.
Okay, so it's just everywhere else that's not working. Oh, well.
Apparently. Ahoy, Gamer Mel. Ahoy, Jason. How are we today?
The try scorers from last game are still up. Okay. I can sort that out very easily.
Yes, they are. Are you that sad about the result last night?
No, not really. I only missed out on the multi by one leg.
Well, that's all right. I got a multi on this one. Do you have a multi on this one?
I've got
What a
one on this
stupid
one,
question.
yes.
Ugh.
Oh, well, I don't know what the hell's going on the rest of the streams, but you're on TikTok apparently, and there's a block on everywhere else. How do you feel about that, YouTube? Or am I asking the wrong crowd?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Well, just one, really.
Jace, ahoy,
Who
mate.
have we got?
Yep, Gamer Mel, ahoy, of course. No this, ahoy, mate. Channel members, love to see it. David, ahoy, buddy. Reese,
I have
over on TikTok.
almost the same multi as you.
Let me guess, no Capewell?
No Capewell, and actually no Savage or Savage, however you pronounce it. I've got Luke Metcalf, and I was literally just looking at it. Tamale, hot tamale.
Yes. Fair enough. It's on tomorrow, Mitchell Villa Sport. Tomorrow morning, 9:30, bright and early. Gonna have to be up at 8:30. It's gonna be like I'm working again. 8:30, I've got to be up for. Incredible.
Oh my God.
I've got some very special surprises lined up for tomorrow. So assuming I'm not going to say anything about them just in case they don't end up happening. It's one of those sorts of scenarios. But yes, I've got a very special guest or two lined up and some potential special super chat moments. A little bit of fun that we can have on the super chat. Some gimmicks.
Very nice. Very nice.
So it's going to be fun. Anyways, so this game, Warriors versus Raiders. Can the Warriors keep their hot streak going? Didn't show up in Vegas. It's funny, actually, because Morgan, our one time, I think for two videos, he was our co-host back in the early days of the channel. He was actually saying to me before Vegas, he said, nah, mate, the bros, they won't be able to handle the big lights of Vegas. They'll get caught up and distracted. And I said, nah, mate, it's their year. It's going to be a good year for the Warriors this year. Of course, they came out in Vegas, got absolutely spanked. And they've, they've won all their games since. Maybe they dropped one there in there somewhere, but they've been in red hot form.
They have. They have. So they were interviewing Ricky Stewart before the game about, what he feels, the biggest obstacles are in the game this afternoon and all that stuff. And he ranted for about 5 minutes about the 2 connecting flights that they have to get from Canberra to get to Auckland to play the game. Doesn't sound like he really wants to be there.
I saw that, actually. I thought, Ricky's just getting these excuses in early for when they lose this one.
That's exactly what I thought.
Getting these excuses in nice and early. Oh, we've had so much flying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what?
So much flying to do.
So many other teams.
Good Lord. I mean, I don't think there's a direct flight from Townsville to New Zealand. So, and I feel like it's a little bit further from Townsville to Sydney to get over to Auckland or Christchurch, wherever the game may be. And yeah, I just kind of, I don't know. Good on you, Ricky. Good on you.
There we go. I got it sorted out at last.
Cleanse 0 on TikTok. No, we are not. We are just very good friends.
You know what we need? We need a Jamie. Joe Rogan's got a Jamie. We need a Jamie. Somebody who can sort this out so I can concentrate on the show. And there we go. There she is. She's on all the platforms now.
Woohoo!
By the way,
Oh,
just a quick general channel update or general brand update. Some good news, I can tell you. We have now been officially monetized on Twitch and Facebook. So it's not it's not just YouTube and TikTok that is supporting our dream here, but it is everything. All platforms now are monetized, which makes it even more of a job for me, which is fantastic. So yes, cheers to Wasted World of Sports for allowing me to not have to work. Yay.
but also, you know, making you work harder.
In a way, yeah, but at least it's fun. That's the way I look at it. You're working for yourself, and it's enjoyable stuff. I mean, who doesn't want to earn some coin just by, standing around, in my case, watching sports all week, right?
Yeah, right.
It's a dream job.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was out last night and I was introducing the channel to some people. So got into some feisty discussions about State of Origin and yep. So it's growing, that's for sure.
Very nice. And now that we've branched out into wrestling.
That's it. I saw Gamer Mel ask on the YouTube chat whom we're both going for. I'm going for the Warriors this afternoon. I feel like they'll get this done. And also, hello to everybody, Judah, Ahoy, everyone, now that I'm here on the YouTube. No, Jason, I always have lovely, quiet, calm discussions about State of Origin, don't I?
Oh, sweet pea, ahoy, mates.
Oh,
Emmanuel Vincent, ahoy. Oh, let's go. Kickoff moments away here. Final game of the round. And it's on Channel 9. So this one's on Channel 9.
So we can both be on the same time.
What a grand entrance it is. There he is, Curtis Capewell, leading the team today. Captain Capewell, and he's also shifted to the second row. He was named in the centres. They moved him over to the second row, hence why I threw him in my multi at the last second. I would not have had him in there if he was still in the centres.
But for the fact that you guys all know us, if no one knew Dan and I, you would swear we were Warriors supporters with the amount of black we wear.
Well, I'm a big Warriors supporter today. Sorry,
Me
Mel.
too.
Well, she's gone again.
What do you think of the Broncos black jerseys that they released?
Yeah, I saw something about that.
To support mental health, fight the black dog. They look fantastic. Like, I mean, everything on it.
Oh, very slick. Very slick.
Everything is embossed and everything. But
I might have actually been a Broncos supporter. I might have actually been a Broncos supporter if that was their regular jersey. I'm drawn to the black.
Of course you are.
Kickoff anyways, and it's the Warriors, the home team with first use of it. And it's big bad Bunty Afoa who takes the first hit up. I love the man's hair, by the way. The Warriors versus the Green Goblins. DJ Shaq, ahoy, mate. Marley Prime, ahoy.
There's no score. It just started, Marley.
They literally just kicked off, mate. Up to the 30. Go the Warriors on this first set of 6. Inside ball for Nickel Clockstadt. Very familiar with these players, of course. Nickel Clockstadt. Fifth and last. And the kick away from Luke Metcalf. Taken by Tamale. And he brings it back outside the 20 for the Goblins. So the
Can you
Warriors
see it
have got through their first
It's on
set.
the screen now.
And also, just so everyone's aware, I don't control the scoreboard. I can refresh it, but it doesn't always work. I don't actually control what's on there. Richard Trainer, ahoy, mate.
Yes, indeed, Richard Trainer. They deserved it too. Minnesota had to step up and win that one, and they had to make a statement.
Fifth and last.
NRL in the first, NBA in the first 90 seconds. My God.
Yeah. Fogarty puts the kick down, and the Warriors take it. Only SME. Thank you very much for the heart me over there on TikTok. As the Warriors back in possession, both teams completing their first set. The feeling out process well and truly underway. With Tenny Zelezniak, Mr. Soul Glow. I was watching Coming to America the other night as well. Had a good chuckle to myself with Tenny Zelezniak being in that movie.
What were you watching?
Coming to America. Soul Glow.
Yeah. No. It's funny because I was laughing about that movie last night because I went to a goodbye dinner for someone who's moving to America.
Warriors get to intercept, put the kick in, and it's taken. Kyo Weeks.
It's fantastic.
Just so that people do know that I can say his name, I call him KO Sports Weeks just for a laugh. It's one of my affectionate nicknames. But yeah, as I said to the person who left that comment, I appreciate the knowledge bomb, but just so you're aware, in this instance, not required. Up over halfway, go the Goblins. By the way, speaking of Canberra, criminal that Corey Horsburgh missed out on Origin selection. Like, oh, the Warriors spill the ball. Here's the first mistake of the game. Oh, Savage puts the kick in. It's deflected off the Warriors and back in the hands of the Raiders. Their luck continues. Their run of luck continues. I don't think Savage knew that it was 6 again. Put the kick in, and it's deflected back to them. Oh, this team, they get so much luck. It's insanity. But yes, Corey Horsburgh, Big Red. How the hell was he not picked for the Queensland Origin squad? Not even in the camp. Like, surely he is first drop if there's an injury. So he should have been in camp. To the left they go. Strange. Late pass to Tamale. And Tamale drops it over the sideline. Well defended Warriors. An early onslaught from the Raiders. An interesting little passage of play. A set restart that Xavier Savage was not aware of.
I feel like he was just trying to catch people off guard, but it didn't quite work. So I put the little kick in because he did look.
Well, that's probably why he gave that cheeky little hand signal to his teammates. Capewell down the short side. It is possible, but yeah, this early in the game seems like an odd tactic. Slappers Thaiday. Old mate Slappers. Sam Thaiday, the expert.
Did you see that ad on the cruise ship of him and Freddie going down the water slide in their DTs? My God.
No, I'm actually glad to hear that I've missed that one.
I'm sure it'll pop up again during this footy game.
Near Corey.
Oh, God.
Up over halfway, fifth and last now for the Warriors. Harris Tavita puts the high ball up. Savage is under it, takes it with ease. Oh, almost bobbles the ball out, but holds on to it. And the Raiders will start their serve on their right edge, or just to the right of the post, 10 meters out. Up the middle. Who have we got there? Couldn't see a number. He turned away from me. He didn't want me to know. But just shy of the 40.
Wherever it is, he's got a terrible mustache.
Ah. It's a trend at the moment, isn't it?
Oh,
The dodgy
Oh.
Moes.
uh,
Sebastian Chris with a good strong carry.
uh,
Fifth and last.
rock my balls, ahoy!
Fogarty puts the kick high. Contestable ball. And it's on the ground. Penalty to the Warriors. Driving through, putting interference on the catcher was Zach Hosking. Thought about putting him in my multi as well.
Mm-mm. Richard Trainer, what is this Australian vodka you keep going on about? I drink vodka. I'd like to suss if it's any good. I know Dan has a hard time keeping up with the chat sometimes.
Lecture the third. Lecture the third over on TikTok. Yes, indeed. I want my heart broken by Sebastian Chris again for the second weekend in a row. Hopefully he comes through for me this week. It's Harris Tavita with the show and go. 40 out from the line. Warriors starting to win the territory battle. Aaron Clark stands in the tackle. Still can't get a quick play the ball away. Metcalf beats one. Metcalf gets around Fogarty. Fogarty comes back at him.
Ooh.
High contact there. That's up around his head.
Yeah.
No call
That's a
from the
little bit
referee.
high.
Harris Tavita on the fifth and last. Puts it high. Batted back by the Warriors, but there is Timoko to claim it. And the high ball's not really working out so far. Well, penalty. Penalty to the Raiders. I don't know what it was for. Offside, I'm assuming.
DWZ, Metcalf, Clark, and Savage, anytime try scorers for you, Emmanuel. I have 3 of those, and I have...
He knocked it on!
Sebastian Chris.
Time wasn't on yet, so it doesn't count, but it should. He knocked it on.
Instead of Clark. Rock my balls. I'm going to disagree there because there's a vodka called Cape Grim from Tasmania, and they do a butter washed vodka, and it's freaking amazing.
40 out from the line. Raiders on the attack. TJ Dunn, ahoy, mates.
Welcome. Any relation to Jason Dunn?
30 out in midfield. Tackle 3. Raiders, they go up the middle. Tarpany gets the offload away. Starling. And here is Smithies. 20 meters out from the line. The Warriors have got to watch those offloads. The Raiders are one of the best at offloading. Horsburgh to Fogarty. Loose pass. Bounces nicely. Chris runs back on the angle. Carries it inside the 10. Fifth and last. Stays on the ground. Oh, Farmer, Sebastian, get up, mate. He's doing a Milky McGee here.
Milky Moo. Isn't Milk like their sponsor?
It was, if it's not still.
How?
Is that what he's staying down for? Get up. Jeez.
What are you literally complaining about there,
Oh.
mate? Because there was nothing in that.
Get up and play it. And there they go, fifth and last. Fogarty with the crossfield kick. It's been lost by the Warriors. And an offside player gathers it. Penalty to the Raiders.
That's debatable, Jason. That's
Take
debatable.
the 2. Take the 2. Well, I mean, don't, because I want them to lose, but take the 2 because it's funny.
No, Judah, I don't drink beer, so I'm on the ciders.
5 meters out from the line in midfield. Horsburgh plays it. Heading back on the angle. Smithies, I believe it was.
Drop my ball.
Out the back for Strange. Here's Chris. Chris goes through. Oh, he's so close there, Sebastian Chris. Half a meter out, plays it. Tamale from dummy half. Raiders player runs through the defensive line and they've lost 10 meters here. Tamale going backwards. And that's tackle 4. 5 out from the line. Starling fires it out into midfield. Fogarty hands it off. Tarpany gets it back. It's been knocked on by Starling. but they get a penalty. Penalty to the Raiders. Offsides. And the pressure continues.
I'm very interested. Innocent anglerfish. What
Innocent anglerfish. Ahoy, mate.
what's the emergency text you all just got?
And out from the line. And a sloppy play the ball from Big Red. He's fired up about it. And maybe this is why he didn't get selected for Origin. His emotions. We do know that Big Red has a tendency to get carried away. One mistake, and he has blown up at the referee big time.
Typical man, always lets his emotions show.
Oh, Wade Egan there, busted open. Lots of claret over the eye.
Yeah, I know it's an emergency alert text message. I want to know what it says. Like, what's the emergency? Why is everybody getting a text message?
Penalty now to the Warriors. 20 out from their own line, holding down in the play the ball. And a nice little piggyback here for New Zealand Warriors. Loving this jersey, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it already. Is it an emergency
text message to say that the game started? Like, I want to know what it is. Somebody said in the chat they're drinking a single malt, which is lovely. Yes. I had a cocktail last night and I think it went next level. So some of these cocktails can be real wanky, right? And they come with, like, you know, fairy floss or hundreds and thousands sprinkled around the edge of the glass or whatever. I got served this cocktail last night, which was Johnny Walker Black Lafroig. I can never say it.
Oh, Nickel Clockstat's still going.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Up over halfway, tackle 2.
And lime juice. And they come out, give me the cocktail, and then misted peated whiskey over the top of it. Like, I could smell it. That's how peaty it was. I was like, why am I getting a mist of you know, whiskey on single malt on a peated whiskey on top of my cocktail? It was ridiculous.
6 more tackles for the Warriors.
Next level.
Another set restart. Harris Tavita, the short ball for Halasima. Here they come. 20 out from the line. Quick play the ball. Harris Tavita, the inside pass. Nickel Clockstat picked up and dumped. The Raiders holding their line firmly intact. Niokore across field for Metcalf. Harris Tavita now to the left they go. Pompey cuts back in field. Floppy play the ball, but played it properly. Niokore again back into the front of the post. They go Metcalf. Another set restart now for the Warriors. Quick play the ball. Egan from dummy half to Niokore. Quick pass back for Egan. Gives it to Nickel Clockstat. Half a gap opened up, but shut down just as quickly. Penalty now right out in front. Pressure on the neck. And now the Raiders are about to get an official warning. Too many infringements down this end of the field in the red zone. Multiple infringements. No more, he says very sternly. Take the 2.
I mean, all that was going on, we had a Warriors player down in back play writhing around on the ground. So there was clearly something going on back there as well. And they've been walked off by the trainer. I couldn't see who it was. Oh, that's absolutely a crucial tackle. He's trying to rip his
neck and then he's dropped down on him. That's Tarpany. Tarpany's tried to firstly rip his head off around the chin. And then he's dropped down on the back of his neck. And then he's saying, have a sook about foul play. Why doesn't he have a sook about actual foul play?
Oh, my goodness me.
Tarpany's doing these ones. Tarpany the villain. I reckon they're going to take the 2 here. I actually say keep the pressure on. You know that I'm an advocate for taking the 2. A massive advocate for taking the 2. But I'm saying in this scenario, keep the pressure on.
Doesn't that mean take the 2?
They've been under the pump.
Because
they are taking it.
Number 12 is. I told you they were taking the 2. Isn't that what that means?
No, that means the player that Tarpany's on report.
Ah, okay.
for the tackle.
Or they did that. They did something else. We've still got to do our hand signal video. But
Over it goes. 2 points to 0. Oh, the Joker's there. The Joker is there.
He turned around and looked at the what's it called? The posts and went like that. So I don't know. That doesn't seem to me like he's putting someone on report.
Bruce, ahoy, mate. Rock my balls. What did you say further back up? I think Michelle's actually behaving herself quite nicely tonight. Rock my balls.
Thanks, rock my balls. I didn't even drink. Well, actually, I had the cocktail last night, but I was driving, so I only had that and a glass of bread with my incredibly expensive steak.
If you have to think that intensely about what you had to drink, you had too much. That's it.
I was waiting for the dog to let me talk.
That's officially too much to drink if you've got to think about it. As Aaron Clark heads down the left. Harris Tavita. Cut out pass for Pompey. Pompey carries up over halfway. He's brought to ground in a 3-man tackle.
Shush.
40 metres out from the line on play 4. Near Corey in midfield. Tackled in front of the post here. He headed across field. 5th and last. Metcalf puts it up high. Wateni Zelezniak chases through, puts pressure on. It's been lost by the Raiders. Lost forward or not? Lost forward, Raiders. A result for the Warriors. There's a couple of big heads in the crowd. And Wateni Zelezniak pumped up. 2 points to 0. The Warriors lead. A scrum 10 metres out. Right in front of the sticks.
Sorry, y'all.
All good. It didn't really come through all that much.
There's dogs going off in the distance and he can
Oh,
hear
no,
that,
they've lost
and
it from the
someone's
scrum,
running
have they?
past.
Referee thought about blowing it. That was almost a huge Cronulla Sharks-like mistake, that one. Get out from the line still here, the Warriors. Near Corey.
Ahoy, Bruce.
Inside ball for Big Bad Bunty. And Bunty Afoa. 8 metres out, right in front of the post. Egan to Near Corey. Couple of metres out. Getting closer here, the Warriors. Harris Tavita, dummies, takes the line on. Chopped down, 5 out. 2 tackles left. Staying on the short side. Egan to Pompey. Dummies. And he's held up a metre short. Driven over the sideline. And that is brutal defense from the Raiders. Amazing goal line defense.
4 anytime try scorers seems like a bit much with this defense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but I'm on free money at the moment.
Is that Savage? Is it Savage or Savage?
Savage.
Okay.
Why would it be Savage?
Because I know someone who had the same surname and they pronounced it Savage.
Wasn't me, was it? Because if it was, I would have only been taking the piss.
No, it wasn't you. It was someone I used to work with.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably they were probably taking the piss. Like I know people that instead of saying target, they say target.
Yeah, that's just Look,
Horsburgh slips over and tucks under a flying high tackle. Big Red would have had his head ripped off there if he stayed on his feet.
Oh.
Yeah, hint of obstruction as the Raiders take it up over halfway. 5th and last. Fogarty puts this ball high. This will be a tough one to bring down. And it's well taken by RTS. And Tuivasa Shek brings it back. Matt Thompson's on about stuff I talked about weeks ago.
Of course he is. Oh, wolf.
Oh, did he fart?
Oh.
Up to halfway, Nickel Clockstad.
God.
Scooting out a dummy half. Egan finding some space around the ruck. Fifth and last now, Warriors. 45 out. Metcalf puts the kick high for the corner. Not contestable. It's a little too heavy. And an easy take at the back there for Timoko, who returns it for the Raiders.
Maybe you should have that same level of respect for everyone, UFC.
I also think Jason should get a spanner so that people realize that it is that Jason.
Because he's a spanner.
Not what I was going with, but Fogarty on to Weeks. Weeks backs into the defense. Tackle 4. Both defensive lines unbreakable at the moment. Well, watch somebody score a try now. But I've said that. 40 meters out from the line. Fifth and last. Eventually, Timoko held in the tackle. Fogarty puts the kick up. And Nickel Clockstack takes it. Bumps away from the first kick chase. And he brings it out to the 20. Down the short side. Brittany Zalesniak picked up and dumped backwards. He was put on his ass.
Like, it doesn't have to be towards me or about me. It just has to be absolutely stupid and disrespectful to females in general.
Niokore plays it.
Drop the ball.
Capewell just short of the 40. Big defensive set, this one from the Raiders, forcing the Warriors to kick early. Metcalf finding some space from inside the 40, but it bounces kindly for the Raiders. And KO Sports Weeks gets it on the bounce. What a kick it was from Metcalf. Have I mentioned yet tonight that Metcalf used to be a Shark?
No.
Used to be. But
that is your first mention.
We let him go so that we could keep hold of Matt Moylan.
Is that working out for you?
What do you think? Although Matt Moylan,
we don't need to hear it.
Matty Moylan is tearing up Super League, though, in fairness. Darling from dummy half, Big Red, carries over the halfway line. Dropped in the tackle. Buntiafoa off for arrest. Fifth and last. Fogarty puts the kick down. And an easy take from RTS. Gets it to Nickel Clockstad in space. Goose step, and he's in open space now. Up over halfway, one to beat. Steps inside Weeks. Weeks grabs hold of him, brings him down. What a kick return from the Warriors, though. Slow play the ball. Harris to Vida. Over to Metcalf in midfield. He takes on the line. 30 out in midfield. The Warriors. This is the best opportunity yet. 6 again. And straight through goes to Ivasashek. 15 out from the line. Come on, try scorers. Anybody's multi at this point. We just want to see a try. 5 from the line. Tackle 2. Holding down. Slow play the ball. Warriors go right. Metcalf dancing around. Nowhere to go. Tackle 3. 10 to go for them. 6 more. Jackson Ford, a metre short. Another set restart. Surely the Raiders break here.
Give it to someone in my multi.
They go left for Metcalf. Harris Tavita. Pompey. On it goes for Tuivasa-Sheck, who reaches over his head and plants the ball down. They went to the wrong side for my multi. They went left instead of right. And it's the left edge, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck with the opening try. 6 points to 0 with the kick to come. The Warriors lead.
Oof. Right on the sideline, kick to come. But Tuivasa-Sheck. He's not in my multi either. I got excited for no reason.
Yep, I went with the wrong hyphen.
What's his name? DWZ.
Yeah. We went for the same hyphen.
We
over
did.
on the right edge. Right edge winger.
Rock my balls. No one really cares either, but at least yours is probably with a, human female.
Walk, ahoy, mates. Oh, Richard Strainer. Did I just call you Richard Strainer? Sorry, Richard Trainer. Thank you very much for the super chat donation. Very much appreciate that, mate.
You'll get over it, Walk.
Sharing is caring indeed, my friends. And I will definitely try that vodka out.
I missed the name of it. Again.
I took a photo of it so that I wouldn't forget, because I knew
Okay.
that I would forget. So it's in my phone.
I missed the name of it.
I'm sure Richard can remind anyways. As Metcalf from the sideline on the favoured side for a right foot kicker. Puts it straight down the middle. Lukey Metcalf coming in clutch again.
Offshore. Is that the name of the vodka? Offshore vodka?
Okay,
It's an Australian vodka.
I thought that'd get a reaction.
I didn't hear you. I wasn't paying any attention.
8 points to 0. Warriors in the lead. Still 0 ticks off the multi. I think this multi is going to be a long old night.
Not a robot.
Back underway we go. 8 points to 0. Warriors winning the territory battle at the moment after a red hot start from the Raiders. Rock My Ball says, Dan, I challenge you to box Aquaman. Do it on live. Wouldn't it make more sense that we wrestled? Well, I mean, wouldn't that make a whole lot more sense?
Total missed opportunity, Rock My Balls.
I mean, am I right, though? Wouldn't that make a whole lot more sense? Up over halfway go the Warriors on the fifth and last. Metcalf on the short side puts it high. And Weeks is under it at the back. KO Sports Weeks brings it back to the 20. 14 minutes left in the opening half. Can the Raiders mount some attack? They haven't really looked their threatening selves so far, the Raiders. They usually get the offloads going and break teams apart with their speed. But they've largely kept the offload game in check tonight. Well, there, speak of the devil, they get an offload away, and Starling almost gets some space up the middle. Wouldn't you know, as soon as I draw attention to it, they go and do one. Horsburgh. Well defended by the Warriors, racing up. Great line speed. Carpeny on halfway. Looks to get the ball free. He's been wrapped up by Aaron Clark. Fifth and last on the halfway. Back to Fogarty. Skews this slightly off the side of the boot, but it's still very high, very contestable. Savage pops it back for Hosking. Oh, there's Raiders slipping over everywhere. Horsburgh spills it, and Capewell scoops it up. Beats one, beats a second. Capewell offloads, and Metcalf is tackled just over halfway.
Very, very close to being tackled without the ball there, Metcalf.
The Warriors on a roll at the moment. Taking full advantage of these mistakes.
No, I don't think he's sleeping, innocent anglerfish. I think he's definitely woken up.
Oh, yeah. Ricky's definitely pacing about. Penalty right out in front, and this should be 10 because they've had fair warning, and it is.
It is.
They've had warning after warning, and it's big red Corey Horsburgh. And this, I suppose, potentially this comes back to my point of why he missed out on Origin. Discipline. Ill-disciplined. He fired up at the referee after his first mistake, and now he finds himself in the sin bin.
Should be in the sin bin for that head just alone. Have a look at it. Oh.
And yes, completely needlessly, absolutely needlessly dropping down on the prone player. And Ricky's hiding. He's had enough.
Why does old mate's Warriors jocks look like they're signed?
I can't help it if you're not here for every minute of a stream, UFC. I mentioned it at the start of this game. Talked about it for about 2.5 minutes. Tapped on. Harris Tavita out the back of Tuivasa-Sheck, who can't stay in the field of play.
The rain is getting heavier and heavier there. Ah, the big green machine. What's his name? He's also not.
Papali'i.
No, wait, is he retired? Is he retired from Origin?
Yeah, he's retired from rep footy.
Oh, what a shame.
And the Warriors, they just couldn't get anything clicking together there.
Oh, it's chucking it down.
Yes, that rain just came out of nowhere.
Is it raining, Innocent? Is it?
Tarpany brings it outside the 30. 8 points to 0. Warriors in the lead.
Oh, Jason, I'll have to message you about Boof.
Strange. Inside ball for Sasagi. Up over halfway.
You call him a comment strange.
11 minutes left of the opening half. 2 tackles left here. Papali'i freshly on the field. 5th and last. Fogarty in midfield. Again, he slightly skews this off the side of the boot. And it falls for Savage. Savage has shown the sideline and loses it forward.
Now
the defense of the Warriors.
I don't think that ball went anywhere near where he wanted it to, because when you saw him kick it up, you can see the rain sideways across the screen. So there's definitely some wind out there as well.
He skewed that badly off the side of his boot there, Fogarty.
Oh, but the wind picked it up and didn't help.
10 minutes to go until the halftime break. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the only try scorer of the match so far. And the Raiders have got to be really careful here. They are starting to get very, very aggressive in these tackles. Overly so. There'll be some more penalties. If they keep this up, there'll be a lot more penalties. Clark in midfield. Metcalf hands it off for Halasima. Charges up over halfway. 2 tackles left. Egan from dummy half. Harris Tavita loses the ball in contact. Here's a chance for the Raiders. The Warriors, they've been unable to take advantage of the extra man. But in fairness, as soon as Horsburgh was given his 10 in the bin, God flushed the toilet.
I just had a vision of him sitting there on his chair looking dopey as while he tries to figure out why he was binned.
Yeah, it's like, speak of the devil, there he was.
There he was.
And he's got 6.5 minutes left to sit in there. But it is the Raiders with the ball. 9 minutes to go until halftime. Timoko fights his way up over halfway. That is a good, strong run. And it was Tamale as well. Papali'i. Straight up the middle. Surely Big Papa could still handle Origin. He's still a beast. To the left they go. Sasangi to Strange. Chris angles back in. Beats 1, beats 2. Offloads, and Starling scores. Just like that. A 12-man Raiders scores against a full Warriors defensive lineup. Sebastian Chris. Sebastian Chris angling back in field. Puts the fend on, beats 2. And Starling scores untouched beside the post. I hope you did not cash out, Gamer Mel. Because here they come.
Well, she's saying she should have cashed out, but she hasn't. So, Reese on TikTok, who scored? Who scored for...
Yeah, I already answered him.
Oh, you did? Sorry, I'm a little bit behind there.
No, all good. All good. 8 points to 4. Kick to come from right beside the posts. I'll be right back.
This is becoming a little bit of a trend. Players in the bin and teams with the player in the bin are scoring against the run of the ball, against the odds. They're a man down, and I feel like the other team's just becoming a little bit complacent. I've seen it happen a bit regularly lately. Or is that just me? Oh, he wandered off. I'm asking him questions and he's wandered off. uh, rain is still absolutely teeming down at the stadium here in Auckland. But easy conversion, easy enough. Right down the middle. So that would make it, 8 points to 6. So not far from halftime. I feel like it was starting to get a bit of a grind on our hands because the game was, there was no tries being scored, but yeah, we've got a couple now. So hopefully that'll open things up for the second half, make things a little bit more exciting.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a huge try for the Raiders. With 7 minutes left until the break, Horsburgh still in the bin. That was a massive try. Wayne, stretch, ahoy, mate.
Blake, ahoy! No, innocent. I mean it. Go, run. No, honestly, I don't actually think it's been a boring game. Like, you get those games where they're just absolute grinds. Where
Penalty Raiders. Tackle one
But-
from the kickoff. Raiders have got a penalty. They might get another one here. They might go back to back.
But it's I don't feel like this game's been a grind. Or maybe that's just because it's like the second game I've watched this weekend.
That could have
Very
something to
bad
do with
with
it.
Very bad with my rugby league this weekend.
One in touch on halfway here, the Raiders. They tap
But
and
in
go.
fairness, it's only been 5 games.
Yeah, very, very short weekend. 6 minutes to go
Good
till the
West
break.
End.
Hosking carries it inside the 40. Premiership winner, Zach Hosking. Slow play the ball. Fogarty shows it inside for Smithies. Gives it to Papali'i. 3 minutes left in the bin for Corey Horsburgh. Big Red. Smithies beats one. Tries to spin out of a second. He's brought down 20 out. This is a huge set of 6 in the context of the game. Starling to Weeks inside for Hosking. Looks to offload. Can't get the arm free. 15 out. 5th and last. Fogarty in midfield. Gets good contact with this one. Dinks it in over the top for Chris. It's battered dead by Metcalf. Oh, Sebastian Chris was there. It was on. Metcalf steals a leg off the multi from us.
Yes, he does. I need him at the other end to get another leg on the multi for me.
Goal line restart here for the Warriors. Boy, they have lost the plot with Big Red in the bin. It's been all Canberra. Shortish restart. Oh, leading with the boot there, surely. Surely, Billy Slater special from KO Weeks. That was a Billy Slater special. I'll need to see it on replay, but that looked in live time like a Billy Slater special.
Yep. Meanwhile, the restart didn't work.
Yeah, the short dropout not working. Fogarty, 10 out from the line. Papali'i, short ball, and puts Sasangi over. He's held up, though.
No, he doesn't.
Great goal line defense from the Warriors. They stay
Pushed him
left.
over.
Sebastian Chris. 6 more tackles for the Raiders.
Oh,
2 meters out. Maybe the Raiders should play the entire second half without Horsburgh on the field. Just a thought.
the fiery redhead.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's up to them if they send him back out or not. I mean, surely there'd be nothing stopping you from playing with 12 players if you wanted to. 5 meters out from the line. Papali'i plays it. Starling to Fogarty. On the right edge they go. Timoko steps back in field. Brought down by Pompey Capewell. And Harris Tavita might be the third man in there. Another set restart. Well, are the Warriors about to get their warning? That's a lot of set restarts now down this end of the field.
Oh, that was dumb.
Starling
You
from
get
dummy
hit for
half.
it.
Fires the pass out. No, he doesn't. He dummied. Even fooled me. Gives it back inside to Papali'i. Tackle 2. 5 meters out. Fogarty hands it off for Smithies. Back to Fogarty. Oh, Fogarty goes straight through. He's brought down 5 meters out. And one of the Raiders players absolutely face planted in back play. Smithies on the crash ball. A meter short. 2 left for the Raiders. Fogarty, left they go. Strange to Chris. Chris for the sideline, brought down with Tenny Zalesniak's there. 5 out, 5th and last. Fogarty chips it in over the top, looking to hit the post. It's lost by Capewell and grounded by the Warriors in goal. Another goal line dropout. Grounded by the Warriors in goal, if I didn't say so.
And that was Horsburgh that sat up there, so he's back on the field.
Yes, Horsburgh nearly got a try straight back on the field. Molly, ahoy there, Molly. Yes, indeed. Monaco Grand Prix coming up later tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Lando Norris on pole position as the Warriors go short. No, they don't. They go long this time. They go very long.
I love it.
And Papali'i, slowly but surely, he rumbles it back. 1:40 left in this opening half. Horsburgh. Let's see if he's calmed himself down.
The Monaco Grand Prix is on tonight.
Yes.
I've been to one of them. By accident, but I've been there.
Huge hit put on Ethan Strange. 20 meters out. Tackle 3. Fogarty shows it inside twice. Goes out for Weeks. Weeks to Hoskin. Hoskin into contact. No, I fell asleep, Gamer Mel, and stayed asleep. Short side. Weeks puts the grubber kick in. It sets up in the end goal. But Nickel Clockstat is there. Slides across the ground and takes it dead. Another goal line kick out. The Raiders, well, they've clicked into gear, haven't they? They are on song.
What's his name? RTS looked way too happy there for what he should be right now.
Yes.
At this point in the game.
And penalty. Well, he's got the players for offside. We are going to go into halftime all locked up. He's got the Warriors, the kicking team, for offside in front of the kicker. And we're going to be locked up at 8 all at halftime. Wow, a step. He tried to retreat. Didn't get it done in time.
You're not fooling anyone with bright yellow boots, for God's sake.
And basically, we've wasted 40 minutes. They may as well have just come out and played the second half.
It's not a waste. Some of the people in our chats have got some people already in their multis ticked off. Not a waste at all. Oh, I can't believe he walked out in bright yellow boots, like fluoro yellow boots. How dumb. How dumb. Ugh. Was it raining this bad in Sydney last night? They were supposed to cop a fair whack of rain.
Fogarty puts it over. No, not this bad. There wasn't really any rain at all during the games.
Yeah, true.
8 points all at the halftime break. Wow. Well, we've seen games of 2 halves in recent weeks. We just saw a half of 2 halves.
We did. We really did.
It was all Warriors. And then it was all Raiders. 8 points all at the break. That score will update itself at some point. As I said, I don't control that scoreboard. I can refresh it and see if that does anything to it. Might update it. Yeah, there we go.
I'll say a bit of a, what is it? A bit of a shout out to anyone in northern New South Wales who is experiencing heartache and hardship from the floods.
Ah,
I
yes.
think he's Latrell Mitchell. Is he from Taree? Like Taree's basically been wiped off the map, if you believe the news. So, but not good.
Mm.
Not good.
Oh, for
the,
sure.
Flooding out there.
Richard Trainer took the draw at halftime. I was
Very nice,
considering,
very nice.
yeah, I was considering overs on this one, but there was that, there was the hint of rain around, so I resisted the urge, and I'm glad that I did, because overs was something like 45 or 50 points.
Who's trying to be LaMelo Ball? You don't know who LaMelo Ball is, do you, Dan?
No, no idea.
Plays in the NBA.
Huh? Oh, I thought it was a sport.
No, that's his actual name.
Right.
I think
I thought
like
it
his
was.
dad is like stupid rich or something, and like there was rumors that they bought the kid's way into the NBA, and then they here's that ad that I was telling you to
Oh,
look out for.
Clappers Friday and Freddie.
Yeah, water slide slappers thigh and his DTs.
I wonder if we can get
shame on Tammy Thaiday. I love it.
I wonder if we can get slappers on the show. That'd
I
be
reckon
fun.
he would.
I reckon he would as well. I
I
reckon
he'd do it 100%.
people that would be very open to a guest appearance.
Punch you. He might punch you if you go on about the
Well, it'd be
Broncos
on.
the way you do.
Well, it'd be on remotely. I can't imagine that he would
So
travel
you
out
just
to the.
hang up.
Yeah, I
He'd just
can't
be like,
imagine.
"What
I can't
the
imagine he
hell
would
is
travel
this
out to the
guy's problem?"
studio.
Beep.
No, I mean people patching in the way you do. I can't imagine them appearing live in the studio. I'm thinking people that would do it, Slappers Thigh Day. Willie Mason, I reckon, would do it.
Not the cheese. The cheese doesn't know who we are.
No, Cheese wouldn't do it. MG would do it.
MG. Oh my god.
Gerds would do it.
I wouldn't be able to say anything.
I'd be able to get Ryan Girdler.
MG.
I've also got direct contact, or not. Hang on, direct contact's not the right way to say it. I have a direct contact who has direct contact, so that would be like
You've got second degree contact.
Yes, something like that. With Laurie Daly and Madge Maguire.
Oh god.
But I don't think Madge would do it. Laurie maybe after Origin, but he'd obviously be a bit busy at the moment. No, well the said person has said if it was just like an over the phone thing, Laurie would 100% do it. He's very confident. He's like, if I asked him at the right time, obviously Origin is not the right time. If I asked him at the right time, he'd come on for an interview.
Speaking of Origin, I was under the impression that Game 1 was in Sydney for like...
Well, you were horribly mistaken.
Horribly mistaken, because apparently it's not in Sydney at all.
It is not.
Oh, God. All right. I'm going to get another beverage. I will be returning. Much
all
to
right.
most of your displeasure.
Enjoy that. Speaking of Origin, 3 days, 3 hours, 4 minutes, and 5 seconds until State of Origin time. Oh, hey, Alana. How are you? Nice to see you. Christopher Dixon, ahoy, mate. Remixes for DJs, ahoy. T. Wilson, ahoy, mate. Gamer Mel. This game is so stressful. You'll be right, Gamer Mel. It's all good. The Knee Crumbler, ahoy, mate. Richard Trainer, the colourful shoes or boots. It was a dead giveaway, wasn't it? If you're wearing extremely colourful boots, don't be committing offsides. Basically, that's the long and short of it. Doing very well. Thank you, Nick Crumbler. Halftime here, 8 points all. Honestly, a very, very fair assessment of this game. Colourful shoes, Jones. All right. Well, not a whole lot to say. I mean, a really tense first half. It was a half of two halves. It was all the Warriors to start. It looked like they were going to run away with it, but the Raiders held on and they fought their way back in. Funnily enough, they fought their way back in whilst they had a man in the sin bin. Big Red, Corey Horsburgh, sent to the bin for 10, and that seems to be what lifted. Very reminiscent, I would say, of the All Blacks. The All Blacks, when they were at their peak powers, would have a player sent to the bin, and they were able to not only handle being a man down defensively, but they were able to stay in an attacking mindset and continue to score points. And it's a very special skill. I mean, it's something that you train for, and it's obviously something that the Raiders prioritize somewhat in training. What do we do if we're a man down in this situation? Ricky Stewart is obviously all across it because the Raiders, I mean, they haven't skipped a beat with Big Red in the sin bin. Not only have they not skipped a beat, they were actually the better of the two teams during that 10-minute period. Now, whether or not the Warriors just dropped off a little bit, which allowed the Raiders to get back in and get on top, I mean, who knows? I'm not in their heads. I don't know. But we'll see. Second half coming up. I'll have myself a quick break while I've got the chance. And we'll be right back. Second half action coming up after this. Ollie is the best. Ahoy, mate. Be right back.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. They're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pence less from the kickoff.
Okay.
The final whistles blow. We'll take the
8 points apiece at the halftime break. A nice tight game, this one. I mean, what a way to round out the week, right? I mean, surely it goes to Golden Point. It'd be too much for Game of Mel. Oh, Game of Mel. How could you possibly handle it if this one went to Golden Point? Plenty still to come here on the Wasted World of Sports, though. We've got the Monaco Grand Prix coming up later tonight. Our boy Oscar Piastri starts from third, I believe. He was only third fastest in qualifying, so he was a little bit off. But still, from third place, he should be able to mount a pretty good fight. A Don't think he'll get the win from third, but he does have the potential to jump ahead, perhaps, of Charles Leclerc, the hometown boy, and get himself second spot on the podium behind his teammate, Lando Norris. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Welcome along, everybody, over there on Facebook, too. By the way, Mark O'Brien. How's it going, buddy? Always nice to see you. I don't interact with the Facebook chat as frequently as the other chats. Reason being, our main platform is YouTube. Our second platform is Twitch. Our third platform is TikTok. And Facebook, the live streams. Only really this year have we started doing every single stream on Facebook. So I've only got so much space available on my screen. I've got the Facebook chat always open, but it's on another monitor that I don't always remember to look at, especially when I'm getting caught up in a game. But I very much appreciate you over there on Facebook, especially the regulars that I recognize, like Mark O'Brien. Nice to see you again over there, mate. Innocent Anglerfish, you got free McDonald's. What for?
Coffee. I'm back.
Welcome back. Lachlan
Ahoy.
Smith, ahoy, mate. Oh,
Yeah.
here's an ad for Origin. It just doesn't feel like... I've said this before. It just doesn't feel like Origin this year. There's been something about
too
the
hot.
build-up. It just... I mean, there's obviously been something wrong with the build-up this year. Yeah, I mean, you didn't even know the
Maybe
game
we've
was at
just been
Suncorp.
ignoring it.
No, it's something in the promotion. Like, I don't really see all that much about it, even on Facebook ads. I used to get tons of Facebook ads, especially when the game's at Suncorp. Now, it is possible that at some point in a drunken stupor, I actually blocked the ads forever, and hence why I don't see them anymore. That is possible.
Well, that could be true.
That could have happened. But you know what I mean? Like, you didn't even know the game was at Suncorp. That says bad marketing to me. I don't think that's on
that's
you.
just me being
No, I don't think that's on you. I don't think that's necessarily all on you. It's obviously partially on you. I don't think that's all on you, though. I think it's got to do with the build and the marketing and everything. I mean, one should know where the game is. Like, you've been exposed to enough rugby league to know where the game should be. I don't think that's all on you.
I don't know. I thought it was Sydney, Perth. No, Sydney, Queensland, Perth. But then, of course, that doesn't make sense because, yeah, I don't know. Why would a dead rubber be in Perth, or why would a decider be in Perth?
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway,
Tink8 says, there you go. Look, Tink8 says, I had to look up when it even was. So there you
I
go.
knew when it was because as soon as the dates get released, I put them on my calendar because then I don't book anything in or around those days. Because I had someone ask me to do something next Wednesday, and I was like, "Are you kidding?" Like, y'all should know. You're gonna ask me to do something in this time of year. You got to check if it's Origin. I'd like to give a shout out to whoever was mentioning they were drinking single malt. It's not single malt, it's Maker's Mark, but you made me feel like a little tipple.
Second half about to get underway. Warriors with the kickoff. It's 8 points apiece. This one's going to go down to the wire.
None.
Siren sounds. And Papa Leahy, Big Papa, with the first hit up. 20 meters out from their own line, the Raiders. Big Red, Corey Horsburgh. I wonder if he's calmed down over the halftime break.
Probably not.
No, probably not. And if he has,
Because they wouldn't tell him.
one mistake will...
They tell him to fire up more.
Yeah, one mistake will bring him back out anyways. Papa Leahy beats the first defender, backs up over halfway. Tackle 4. This is a good set of 6 for the Raiders. Weeks accelerates, almost goes through. 35 out now on 5th and last. Fogarty puts the kick high. Contestable ball if they're quick enough. They're not quite. And Tuivasa-Sheck takes it, heads across field. Bumps off Starling. He's taken 15 out in midfield. Geez, who was that he just tossed aside? Big Red. Oh, well, that'll fire up Big Red. He'll lose his cool now for sure.
He was bleeding for some sort of penalty. Like, why were you bleeding for a penalty? Because another player tossed you aside? Because you can't defend? Is that what you want a penalty for? Your shit defense?
Witeni Zelezniak plays it. Aaron Clark now up outside the 40. Bomolga up over halfway. 5th and last. Harris Tavita with the kick. Just inside Raiders territory. Sends it deep into the corner. And it's taken by Savage. Savage looks up at a wall of defenders in front of him. And I don't know what that attempted tackle was from Curtis Capewell. But it did enough, I guess, to slow him down. And the Raiders start the set 10 out from their own line. Richard Trainer, yes, I think that the NRL have their season sorted out. Like years ahead, potentially. Like they've probably already got, well, not even probably. They definitely have next year's draw sorted out.
You think they have it penciled in and then they wait to see whom is firing and
penciled
then
in
get,
at
like
least.
the Friday night games?
Penciled in at least, yes. Penalty here to the Raiders.
Because, you know, they want to make sure that the Friday night games are for some of the big blockbuster teams that have, like, super performed, you know?
In most cases, yes.
Yeah. And then they give them all those games and then they underperform something fierce.
Yep. Well, they've got to make sure that as they're owned but primarily by the national broadcaster, that the Broncos get their quota in before anything else.
Yep.
Which is not a dig. I mean, that's just business.
No, I 100% agree.
Yeah,
like,
that's not even a shot, by the way. That's
just part of the contract, I would assume.
yeah. Yeah, that's just business. I'm not even having a crack at the Broncos when I say that. Fogarty heads across field. Flat pass for Papali'i. Papali'i held up and driven backwards. Put on his back on play 4. JCS Moki, ahoy, mate. Fogarty. The wraparound for Strange. Strange. Had the arms free, but he was falling backwards. Couldn't get the offload away. 5th and last here, Raiders. 10 out. Fogarty, crossfield kick. Harris Tavita's there. Takes it in front of his post. But the Warriors pinned down their own end. The Raiders have started the second half, the better of the two teams. Warriors have got to do a big set here. Tackled. Oh, Harris Tavita limping. And now appealing for a penalty. He didn't have the Flappy Bird. He just put the arms out.
Oof. Shush.
The arm out appeal. 20 out from their own line here, the Warriors. Jackson Ford.
Cooking beef.
Good, strong carry. Whoa.
And I can...
Warriors underwear. 5th and last.
Yeah, this person before.
Metcalf.
He's got Warriors underwear on and it looks like it's been signed.
Puts the kick down the middle. And it's taken by Weeks. KO Sports Weeks brings it back towards halfway. Good field position here. The Raiders are winning the early territory battle here in the second half. 5 minutes gone. No change to the halftime score. Hosking brought down by 2. Warriors 40 out from the line on this near side. They head back into midfield. Horsburgh, Big Red. Lost it, did he? No. That was the Warriors telling Porkies. Smithies to Fogarty. Heads across field. Links up inside with Strange. Fends off 1. Beats a 2nd. Ethan Strange. What a carry. 10 meters out now on the 5th and last. Fogarty puts the grubber kick in. It's way too heavy.
Oh.
It's a monster. And it's a 7-tackle set. And this is an opportunity now for the Warriors to reverse momentum.
Very slippery out there. It stopped raining, but it's very slippery. Oh, no. Tell him to go back. Take that tap again. No one was ready. which is kind of the point, but whatever.
7 tackle set. A perfect opportunity here for the Warriors. Witeni Zelezniak. Oh, who's that down hurt? Strange. He's up and about.
Oh.
And a penalty now
Oh,
to the Warriors. Halasima's getting into it with Sebastian Chris. That's a mismatch.
Giggle though, so I don't think it was too serious.
Yeah, I don't think it's serious at all, but that's a hell of a
Sebastian
mismatch.
Chris gave Solglow a good shove backwards to put him on his bum.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of Hollywood there from Witeni Zelezniak, let's be fair.
He looked straight at the ref before he even fell.
He looked at the referee to make sure that he was looking before he dropped backwards.
He maintained eye contact with the referee from the moment he got touched to the moment his ass hit the deck.
It was like, oi, Adam.
That's
Want to see what I can do? Adam, want to watch what I can do? Adam. Oi.
Oh, rock my balls, tandoori chicken ramen noodles sounds pretty damn good, to be honest.
Off the back of the penalty, though, Halasima carries it inside the 30. That's play 3 for the Warriors. Aaron Clark in midfield. And it's been lost. Luke Metcalf. Balling knocked back. I don't know that he's got too much of a case for this one.
They're going to
challenge it.
I mean, he is kind of facing backwards, so...
Well, yeah, his arm was behind his body, but I think he's knocked it on. I think this is a waste of a challenge.
We will see.
So he's sort of turned sideways here, Metcalf. Reaches out for the ball, and that...
Here's a knock on.
Goes...
Oh.
Jeez. And then it's picked up by Cape Oil. Okay, actually, he might have been on to something there.
I reckon they're going to... Challenge successful.
There you go. I've got to say, seeing it live, it looked like a blatant knock-on. I can understand why the call was made.
It went forward and then backwards, but... Oh, no, wait, challenge... Oh, no, challenge successful.
Yeah, I completely understand why the call was made.
Before they hand the ball back.
They had to replay the previous play of the ball. Wouldn't it be hilarious if the same player did knock it on? It's like replay the tackle, and he knocked it on for real this time. Inside for Halasima. Halasima draws in 4 Raiders defenders. Still going Halasima. 5 meters out. What a strong carry. 5th and last here for the Warriors. Clark has to slide and take the ball. He's going to do the kick himself. It's a great one for Witeni Zelezniak. But the Raiders dive on the ball. Well, surely he was offside there, Ethan Strange. Ethan Strange, a mile offside. And the Raiders have got away with a huge one there.
How was that not called? That was... Oh.
The Raiders have just got away with murder. Witeni Zelezniak up. It's been battered by the Raiders. A blatant offside. And I don't know how that's been missed as Nickel Clockstad brings the ball back. That's a shocker of a call.
Oh, Richard Trainer, if they're going to give a Logie to Solglow for that, give him the Oscar. Take it off LeBron. Actually, nah, LeBron's flops. The flops are still the best. Although...
You always find a way to bring basketball into it.
Well, it's easy when they're talking about Logies for flops.
I have seen those. I have seen those compilation videos though of LeBron taking falls. They're quite hilarious.
They're taking falls, and he's like the ball. There's no one near him, and he just flops onto the deck. And everyone's like, "The hell are you doing, man?"
Even his own teammates sometimes come up to him like, "What the hell, man?" Penalty here for the Warriors, and they're going to have a shot at 2. They've elected to take a shot at 2 from 20 meters out, right in front. But yeah, I've seen some of those videos pop up. I always get a laugh because I actually know roughly what I'm watching now from some of your conversations. I'm like, wow, he really does take.
Teaching him slowly.
He really does take dives. He really does take dives, this bloke. This is hilarious. 20 meters out, right in front, Luke Metcalf to give the Warriors the lead.
Judah has a movie suggestion called Fall. I have not seen it, but I'll have to suss it out. I got a movie suggestion for you. There's a movie called Nobody. If you haven't seen that, you should probably check it out. It's pretty good.
He's hooked it, but it goes through still.
Lots
He
of
did his
brutality.
absolute best. His absolute best to miss it, but he's got it through. Oh, Fall. I've seen that one. Yeah. It's crazy for a movie that essentially has just one setting. It was actually really good. It was one of those movies. It's all basically set in the same place. Would have been really cheap to make.
Who's in it?
I don't know. Nobody famous, I don't think.
Okay, so it's like it's going to be one of those movies, the cult movie. Oh, man.
Cast: Virginia Gardner, Grace Caroline, Mason
I don't
Gooding.
think I've heard of Virginia Gardner.
Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is probably the most recognizable name there for me.
Never heard of him, but I've heard of Virginia Gardner. I'm pretty sure. Oh, horse.
Oh, Aaron Clark appealing for a penalty. Wade Egan now catches the napping at marker.
And that's why you're not in the Origin team. Confirmed. Look at you.
Yeah, I think
Why, baby?
I'm now pretty certain that discipline played into Billy Slater's selections. And the Warriors come up with the spilt ball.
Feel it.
They've been controlling this second half nicely, but there's the mistake.
Yeah, look, Judah, that's the best way, I think, sometimes of some of these movies.
Yeah, and
Or like older actors that you don't think about anymore. So check out Nobody in that respect.
especially because that particular one, Fall, I have just an insane fear of heights. So this movie, like, patched into my personal fears, resonated with me. Left edge, they go.
Okay.
Strange. Puts the step
I'm
on.
not a big fan of heights either, so maybe I don't want to watch this movie.
20 meters out from the line in midfield. Fogarty onto Smithies. Smithies. 10 meters
Trainer,
out.
Something we can agree on. Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Right in front of the post here. 2 tackles left. 10 out. Fogarty's on the right. Inside ball for Smithies. He's wrapped up by Jackson Ford, but still driving forward here, Smithies. A couple of meters out from the line. 5th and last. Raiders go left. Fogarty to Strange. Strange puts the grubber through, and it's scooped up by Harris Tavita, is it? It's scooped up by somebody for the Warriors anyway. Metcalf.
Boof.
I got the general position right.
Half an hour.
Metcalf dives on it. I called the name of the 6, but it was the 7.
Half of it right.
The Warriors back in possession. 10 points to 8. They lead. Big bad Bunty. I love his hair. Have I mentioned that?
Last breath.
Jackson Ford's
Yes,
losing his
mentioned.
pants again. We get a nice look at his Warriors underwear.
You can get a drawstring, mate. Come on.
Metcalf puts the kick in from inside his own 40. No threat of a 40-20. And this is actually really good field position now for the Raiders. Bumping off one. Tamale. Just short of the 40-meter line, their own side of halfway. Over on the left edge. Raiders in good field position.
I put a multi on for like every game this round, and I think I've had one try scorer come off of it.
I've pretty much missed all of them by one leg this weekend. I
It's
think
terrible.
one
All
leg.
of, like the favorites, and none of them scored except Marky Mark.
Oh, Starling's tried to leap over the top of the tackle.
What is that?
6 more tackles for the Raiders. And they've lost the ball. They've lost the ball at dummy half. The Raiders have just gone and goofed up.
On the ground. Challenge.
Oh, no challenge.
No challenge.
No
He's run out of
challenge, says the
time.
referee. So Starling's decided to leap over the top of the tackle. They're appealing for a tackle in the air, but what are they supposed to do? Just let him jump through?
Like, what the hell was that? Like,
Starling
there's
has
nowhere
jumped
to go.
over the
No one
top.
to the left of me, no one to the right of me. I'll jump over the 3 people in front of me and pretend I'm a hurdler. What the hell was that, Starling? Oh,
He was trying to
out
get a
your
penalty for
ass.
tackled in the air, and the referee
was
wasn't
ridiculous.
falling for it.
It was absolutely ridiculous. And now, after you've done that, Starling, you got to sit on 2 plain legs home with Ricky Stewart.
Halfway here, tackle 2, the Warriors. It seems like the rain stopped, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think the rain stopped at half time.
Metcalf heads across field, inside to Halasima. Halasima held up on the 40, still spins away from 1. Oh, the ball spills out the side. Play on, is it? No. Referee calls knock on. Huge defense from the Raiders. And they are very pumped up now, the Raiders. They're feeling hard done by that previous decision.
Oh, God.
We're having a look at potential high contact here, though. Potential high contact. Oh, head clash.
Ugh.
It's a head clash.
And
that's knocked the ball out. And surely that's a knocked back. A loose carry, I guess they're calling there, I would suppose. But yeah, that's head contact. So there'll be no penalty, but both of those players, I suspect, will be called off by the independent doctor. Is the reason I'm highlighting that specific fact. As Sebastian Chris down the short side from the scrum. So both Tarpany and Halasima, I dare say, will be off for a HIA. Set restart here for the Raiders. 40 out from the line. The HIA might have happened already, actually. That might have been, what's the word? Voluntarily called. Because onto the field comes Noah Martin.
Why? Stop cutting your hair like this. It's terrible.
Blame Ryan Pappenhausen. He started it. 20 out from the line on play 3. Fogarty at the back for Weeks. Weeks beats 1. Brought down on the right edge. 15 meters out. Lined up to the left here, the Raiders. Fogarty. Inside ball. And here's Mariota. Mariota. 5 out from the line. Weeks at first receiver. To Timoko. Kicks it into the Warriors. It's been spilt. And they're calling it a knock on. I don't know that it was played at.
Hey, Jason, if you're still hovering in the chat room, you've got a comment on YouTube.
Yeah, notice this. Oh, okay, it did touch his hand.
Yeah,
It glanced the hand. He's in the chat room right now. Notice this. Or he was earlier. Anyway.
Richard Trainer, you're talking about Last Breath. I'll have to look that movie up. Absolutely. You think KD, like Kevin Durant, is better than King James? Well,
Strange. On to Sebastian
on.
Chris. Chris backs into the defense. Big opportunity here for the Raiders with 22 minutes left to play. Crash ball for Mariota Hotels. He's held up a meter short. Tackle 2. All Warriors up offside here. Could be 6 again. Here's the new guy, Martin, with the funky haircut. Tackle 3.
Terrible haircut.
Weeks are back in at first receiver. Brought to ground. Tackle 4. Still plenty of time left in this game. It feels like it's almost over, to be honest, but there's still plenty of... Set restart for the Raiders. Oh, that's a coach killer. Late in the tackle count.
Stet restart?
6 more tackles. Fogarty, short ball.
Oh, that was forward.
The Sungy is held up a meter short. Darling to Strange. Dummies takes the line on. Beats 1. Ethan Strange. Oh, he's slippery. Still a meter out. Tackle 2. Just to the left of post. Penalty. 10 in the bin now for Nickel Clockstat. Nickel, they didn't even get a warning, the Warriors, as far as I'm aware.
Wow.
The Raiders got given a warning and said, this is it. Last chance.
Wow.
The Warriors, they were not given a warning that I can remember. Nickel Clockstadt has just been marched 10 to the bin.
I'm not even sure why though. Like he got off of him quick enough. He didn't hang around and the rain started to come down again. He didn't shove him back to the ground or anything. He just finished the tackle and got up. So I feel like that penalty was very hard done by. They weren't warned. There was,
Well, I hate to be...
Canberra taking the 2.
Yeah, they're going to take the 2 here. Lock it up. It's right in front.
There you go. No dis. Jason Dunn joining us in the chat room, whom you may know from wrestling streams. Oh, and metal bands, if you've ever seen him play in a show in Brisbane.
Fogarty puts it over, and we are all locked up again in this one. 10 points apiece. I'll be right back.
I'm going to laugh at this ad all the way through Origin. Richard Trainer, I was gifted some Nike Air Force Ones. Actually, I'm usually wearing them because they're usually my Origin gear. Some Nike Air Force Ones that were gifted to me. I love Nikes, they're so comfortable. But these were gifted to me by a friend purely for State of Origin. And I only wear them 3 times a year, which is why they look brand spanking new. But yeah, they are only worn 3 times a year. Big shout out to my mate Josh, who sent me a very random message one day asking what shoe size I was, which I thought was very strange. But then I got these for my birthday one year, so I was
To Josh.
very excited. Sorry, complete tangent there. We got off on
Yeah, all good. Well, the Raiders have brought it up to halfway here and beyond as Starling beats one. That's not Starling. It's Owen Paddy. Still going Owen Paddy. 5th and last. They're 20 metres out. What a set that was from the Raiders. Playing the ball to nobody, though. And it's been scooped up by Jackson Ford. After all that hard work, they end up playing the ball to no marker. Oh, somebody check on the chairs. Somebody check on the plastic chairs because Ricky will be losing his mind.
yes, Buffy. Oh, goodness me.
Don't play the ball to nobody. Up to halfway now, the Warriors.
How good.
Pompey down the short side.
Woody Harrelson, he's fantastic.
Metcalf puts the kick up. Taken with ease at the back. There was no real kick chase on it. And straight through. Go the Raiders. Tamale puts the goose step on. Fends off Metcalf. And he's been wrangled down literally 40 metres out from his own line. 17 and a half left to play. Gamer Mel's got a $588 cash out.
Take it, Gamer Mel.
It was a $5 wager, Gamer Mel.
Take it.
I'm not telling you what
That
to do.
is massive.
But I mean, $588 from $5 is monstrous.
100% take that.
Like, who cares if it's who cares if it's double that? Should the Raiders win, it'll ease your pain. Hold on, just a second, because the Raiders for the corner. That cash out's about to go through the roof. Jamal Fogarty slides over in the corner. Okay, that cash out is now going to go up to about 700 or 800.
Yeah, wow. Oh, wow.
I hope she didn't literally just click cash out.
Gamer Mel.
Right at that moment, the Raiders burst through to make it 14-10, kick to come.
Did you cash out, Gamer Mel, or are you having a me and Billy Walters moment? That sounded weird, but for those who know, no. Who's
Out
scored
of-
it, by the way?
Out of absolutely nowhere. And a very proud dad, Ricky Stewart, on the sideline applauding.
She hasn't cashed out yet. Oh, what's your
The
cash out then?
Yeah, the cash out offer's about to go through the roof with 16 minutes to play.
What do you need? Raiders by how much?
At all, I think.
At all?
Just,
I
yeah,
know
Raiders
heard
to win
someone
at
said in the
all.
chat 13 plus, but yeah.
No, that's UFC predicting that the Raiders
well,
would
no.
win 13 plus.
Well, no one cares about that, so.
Hey, mate, you've got your helmet on wrong. Just so I thought I'd let you know. Typical
Oh,
Canberra
God.
supporter, though. Doesn't know how to work a hat. Fogarty with the conversion. We'll find out how many Raiders supporters there are. We'll see how many subs we just lost with that comment. As Fogarty from out wide puts it down the middle.
It's even got little horns to point which way it should go.
I know, right? It's got the horns on it to dictate which way the hat goes on. And he still can't work it out. Yeah.
Oh, God.
They're not very smart down there in Canberra.
Well, it is where the government lies.
JCS
Anyway.
Smokey says that the chairs are bolted down in the dressing room. Yeah, the ones in the dressing room are, but the ones on the sideline I'm concerned about. The plastic chairs on the sideline. Those are the ones I'm concerned about. Raiders up 16 points to 10. 15 and a half to play.
Legit.
Warriors
Had they
with the
shoes about
restart.
6 They look like they'd barely been.
And a
taken out of
mistake
the
from the
box.
kickoff.
$9.
Mistake from the kickoff. Hoskin has spilt it.
Oh,
And the Warriors could strike straight back here.
look, KML, that's gone up $300 or what, $200, 200 something bucks. Like I would. Oh, it's
I reckon it
15.
just
I would-
dropped. I reckon it just dropped again by about 150 because here come the Warriors, 20 out from the line. I reckon it's already dropped back down. Jackson Ford, tackle one.
I
Blow
do
play
love
the
a
ball.
gamble, but that's a huge win off of $5.
Oh, $100 is a huge win off $5.
Right.
5 out from the line. Metcalf, inside ball for Capewell. Curtis Capewell, 5 meters out on play 3 and loses it.
Oh.
Penalty, though, for an illegal strip.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a God. Hey, Jason, are you gonna join us when we do our referee?
Jackson
What's it called?
Ford, 10
signals
meters
in
out.
Exercise video.
14 minutes to play. This is a huge set of 6, this one. Metcalf, inside for Capewell. Very predictable stuff, though. Very predictable stuff. Egan
KML, take that
onto
cash out.
Metcalf. And out the
Go.
back they go for Tamate Martin. Still 10 meters out. Tackle 3. Back into midfield they go.
all
Metcalf
good.
heads
All
across
good.
field. Now Grubber's in behind the line. It sets up for Capewell. It's batted back by the Raiders. They need to trap them in goal. They do. Goal line dropout incoming. Goal line restart incoming here for the Raiders.
I'm getting judged so hard by my dog right now.
16-10 Raiders over the Warriors. Nickel Kluckstadt still in the sin bid.
Is he?
They
How
go
has he
deep
got?
with the restart. Taken by Harris Tavita on halfway, and Jackson Ford winds up 40 out from the line here on this left edge. Niokore brings it to the 30. Crucial little period of play. If the Raiders can hold on here, I reckon they hold on for the win. Their defense has been great so far tonight. Harris Tavita out the back to Metcalf. No, it's loose. Capewell scoops it up, but Savage is all over him. Offloads. Tamate Martin in midfield.
Like Savage is the only one trying to defend there. He's run across the field and he's the only one making an attempt at a tackle.
Oh, slipping into
Cool.
contact there, Jacob Laban. 20 meters out on play 5. They haven't really gone anywhere this set, the Warriors. Harris Tavita with the crossfield kick. And it's been lost by the Warriors. It sets up for Pompey. Pompey, a meter short. Scrambling defense from the Warriors. Unbelievable.
He should have just bloody dived for the line.
6 more tackles for what it's worth on play 1. Into midfield. Ford fends off 1. They were so close. The scrambling defense of the Raiders, I mean, honestly, love them or hate them, you've just got to stand and applaud. You just have to stand and applaud. Egan gets a set restart, catches the napping. Metcalf, numbers to the right. Draw and pass is all that's needed. Witini Selesniak's got nobody in support on the inside, and Ethan Strange dives on it. The defense of the Raiders. And there's still 11 minutes to go, but I think they've just gone a long way to winning this game, the Raiders. I know, and honestly, as I said, whether you like them or not, you've got to stand and applaud that scrambling defense. Amazing work. Defending their own goal line, and Nickel Clockstadt's back on. Nickel Clockstadt back on the field. 10 minutes left to play. 5th and last here. Fogarty. They're up quickly on him. He keeps it low and flat from inside the 40. And it's trapped at the back. Nickel Clockstadt freshly back on the field. He's had a little spell for 10 minutes. He should be full of running. 16 points to 10. Warriors now. Will they start to panic?
Or will the Raiders start to panic?
Or staying on the left edge again. Tuivasa-Sheck up to halfway. Scooped up by Egan. Catching some lazy markers again. Aaron Clark tackled 40 out from the line. Harris Tavita to Metcalf. Numbers to the right again. Short ball. Puts Niokore through half a gap. 25 out in midfield. 5th and last. Metcalf. They're going to run. The short ball is lost out the back. Dived on by the Raiders. Lost forward. It's a result for the Warriors, potentially. They'll challenge this if they've got one left.
Do they have one left? I think they do.
The call was a knock-on against the Raiders.
That was what I was thinking, Mel, and mine has not come off at all. Yeah, well, he did. Look at him. He knocked it on.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do every week. That's what I do every week, and it never works out. Or very rarely does, anyway.
Game ML's had better luck than us in the tipping. You've had a few come off this year, I think, Game ML. I mean, I've had 2 relatively big ones, which has sorted me out for most of the year.
Yeah, well, that's the way it generally goes for me as well. All my bets are really out there because when they pay off, I only really need 1 or 2 to hit. If 1 or 2 hit, that's my whole season.
Sometimes I'll go into the Sportsbet app and I'll just like look at what the punters are doing. You know, these are punter favorites. You know, a couple of thousand people have bet this on. So, the Raiders have won that challenge.
Raiders successful challenge, no knock on.
They've got the ball back.
And they have the ball, most importantly. 16 points to 10. They've lost it this time, though. 20 out from their own line. There'll be no challenge here. And the Warriors with aggressive defense. Now, if they can't use this to their advantage and lift, then they don't deserve to win.
Hey, no. Oi.
If they can't use this momentum, they do not deserve to win. As simple as that. 20 meters out, right in front of the post. They've forced the mistake. That has got to lift them.
Come here. Come here. Hi. Would everyone like to say hi to Buffy?
Down the right side they go. Nickel Clockstadt.
Hey, Boof.
On to Leatua. 10 metres from the line. Metcalf. On to Clark. Aaron Clark straight up the middle.
God, I killed my thing. No, you can't go out.
Slow play the ball. They go
Sorry, I
left
can't
for
lose my
Metcalf.
dog.
Inside for Capewell. One of the Raiders slips. Capewell goes through. He's 2 metres short on play 3. Curtis Capewell. Egan. To Marty Martin. Now Metcalf tries to scoot through, but Sasangi with a great tackle. That's the 4th. Tamate Martin. Short ball for Ford. Ford, 5th and last. 5 out in front of the posts. Egan goes left for Harris Tavita to Grubber in behind the line. It sets up. The Raiders get in each other's way, and this will be a goal line dropout. 7 minutes 50 to play. Goal line restart. They'll go deep, surely. Very deep.
10 minutes, movie.
It'd be crazy in these conditions if they went short.
Come here. Come and sit down. Sorry, my dog's being utter pill now. Come and sit down.
Fogarty with the restart. Kicks the absolute tries to kick the absolute skin off it. Skews off the side of the boot. And they've watched it bounce the Warriors. They've made a complete meal of it. Oh, God. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck tackled his own side of halfway. Well, they couldn't have done that any worse if they tried, the Warriors. Unbelievable. That was a nothing restart that has turned into a golden result for the Warriors, for the Raiders, sorry. 30 metres out from the line in midfield. No set restarts here for the Raiders, and they'll be just fine. Metcalf hands it off inside. Neokore backs into the defence. 20 metres out here on play 4. Tamate Martin out the back for Metcalf. Cut out pass. Tuivasa-Sheck has to drop to one knee to catch it. Heads back in field. 5th and last. Horsburgh wraps him up. They're 20 out. Metcalf puts it high for the corner for Wateni Zalesniak. Wateni Zalesniak loses it forward. It's there for the Raiders. And the Raiders are up and away. Tamale takes it and loses it. Tamate Martin runs away with it. It's called a double knock on. No advantage. Well, the referee has said no advantage from Wateni Zalesniak's knock on. How much advantage do you need? Tamale picked it up and run 20 metres.
50 metres?
Wateni Zalesniak's hurt as well.
Bit.
So it was knocked on, genuinely knocked on by Wateni Zalesniak. That's not a problem, but at what point is advantage over here? Surely when Tamale makes a break and goes 20 metres upfield.
Look at that hair.
That is an unbelievable call. Scrum down for the Raiders, 10 out from their own line. Wow. Adam G just keeps getting worse week to week. It's amazing. He went from being considered the best referee in the game 2 years ago to now one of the worst.
It's funny.
Amazing.
You know that photo you sent me earlier?
Yes.
I forwarded it to some Queenslanders.
Oh, yeah.
And all I copped was, oh, blah, blah, blah. Old mate, what's his name? God, his daughter is a ref now or something. Kelsey? Now I can't think of his name. They're like, he's always been in the Blues camp. I'm like, he was never a State of Origin ref hanging out with the team captain.
5th and last, the kick downfield to Nickel Clockstad. 4 minutes to play.
Badger. Gavin Badger.
Tuivasa-Sheck. Down the short side. Fends off one. Angles back in field. He's copped a shoulder there from Tarpany. And a penalty. A blatant penalty, and this should be off. That should be 10 in the bin.
Knee crumbler. Ahoy!
Hey, Crumbler.
Give him what for?
A blatant shoulder charge here from Tarpany. Boom. A Sonny Bill Williams special.
Peter Tapani loves coming back to New Zealand.
16 points to 10, 4 minutes to play. The Warriors have had their chances. You've got to give credit to the Raiders' defense.
No.
Finding touch 40 meters out from the line. Even that kick, Metcalf there needed to chew off more meters.
Come on, Warriors.
Niokore in midfield. Carries it
Let's make
inside the
those
40.
two Lights back to Canberra. Hell.
Nickel Clockstat in midfield. Carries it inside the 30. That's tackle 2. 3.5 minutes to go. Gamer Mel,
Also,
she's
give me
letting it
tips,
ride.
'cause I think I've got like none.
What's the cash out right now, Gamer Mel?
Cash out
15
now. Warriors can find a way to win.
Tamate Martin to Metcalf. Out the back it goes to Nickel Clockstat. Steps back in field. Well tackled. Sebastian Chris plays the ball to nobody. Halasima gets there just in time. Metcalf to Tamate Martin. Steps. Beats one. 5 out in midfield. 5th and last. 3 minutes left to play. Warriors go left. Harris Tavita chips it in over the top, and it's too deep. And a 7-tackle set. Penalty, though, to the Warriors. Well, this has got to be a send-off. How many more penalties do they have to give away down this end of the field? Harris Tavita taken out late after the kick. Oh, yeah, blatant. And high. And high by Tom Starling. That has got to be 10 in the bin.
You've got it.
It has to be.
Come on.
Taken in the air after the kick and high. That's got to be 10 in the bin.
Oh, what did the ref just say to him? Because that just did not look good at all. He's like, dude, shut up and walk away.
Their captain's
They're
challenging.
it.
They might have just challenged themselves into a send-off. The Raiders might have just challenged themselves into a send-off here. They should have just copped the penalty because Starling is gone.
Oh.
All this is done. The Raiders have just captains challenged themselves into pointing out to the bunker that Starling has just taken Harris Tavita's head off with his shoulder. That is a stupid challenge. That's the worst captain's challenge I've ever seen in my life. They've gone from a penalty against them to now Starling getting sent for 10. They challenged themselves into this. That is hilarious. 10 in the bin for Starling.
In the bin. All right. Before Mel gets too excited and cashes out, just remember the Warriors had one. The Raiders had one in the bin, and the Warriors couldn't score, but the Raiders did. But
And Metcalf.
They're wanting to go for the win here.
They're down by 6, so they've got to score a try in a position where Metcalf can actually kick the goal. Let's not forget that too.
Batted it from a sideline before.
He has. Aaron Clark, 5 meters out here on play 1. 6 points the difference. Halasima. Just one out stuff here from the Warriors. Egan gets it off to the number 12, and Niakore's over the line as he held up the scrambling defense of the Raiders again. It's going up as no try. It's gone up as no try. The Raiders' goal line defense tonight has been so good. Niokore is short of the line here. The Raiders pile in, turn him on his back. The ball is now up in the air. That is amazing goal line defense. Amazing. He knew that he didn't get that one down. It only took one look. They've still got tackles up the sleeve, though. The Warriors, 10 meters out. Play 3. Aaron Clark in midfield.
Yeah, I'm attack.
2 minutes left to play. Just a couple of meters out.
Come on, Waz.
Metcalf dummies, puts the afterburners on. Was he taken high there, Metcalf?
That was a little high.
Fifth and last. The stain on the short side. Halasima spells it. The Raiders have won. Halasima drops it. The Raiders have won. Canberra Raiders.
There's still 90 seconds of football to go. I mean, it looks good for them, but there's still 90 seconds of football.
The Raiders just keep finding a way. They just keep on finding a way. Their goal line defense tonight is what won them the game.
Why does anyone care if Tom Star... Oh, they've lost
Horsburgh scoops it up, heads upfield. Set restart now for the Raiders. 6 again.
Oh, what a wanker.
1
Get
minute to
up,
play.
Red.
They can
Play
just
the
wind the
goddamn
clock down
ball.
now. They can just wind this clock down. The Warriors had so many opportunities. The Raiders' goal line defense tonight was amazing. Amazing.
Oh, Richard Trainer, I don't think we're going to Golden Point.
No.
I mean, unless...
No, the Raiders have won this.
Game of
Unless
how you feeling right now?
unless they find some bizarre way to balls this up, then the Warriors shouldn't even get the ball back.
Oh, God.
What an unbelievable effort. The goal line defense of the Raiders was the difference between the two teams.
Wow. Oi. I know what you're doing. Stop it.
And it absolutely pains me to say it, but, I mean, we might just have to acknowledge that they're the real deal this year.
At least it wasn't 13 plus.
And a kick and hope by the Warriors was well read by
Game
Sebastian
bell.
Chris. And I'll tell you what, the Raiders suck normally in New Zealand. They don't have a good track record here. So they've come over and they've knocked off the Warriors, who are fighting for top spot on the table.
Who's that little number 2 for Canberra? Because he needs to slap around the chops.
Oh, quite a few of them do.
Mate. You don't need to be so offensive. Calm your farm.
First win in New Zealand since 2019. There you go. As I said, they've got a pretty poor record there. And they've come out, they've put defense first. Like, the Raiders are normally an attacking team. They use their speed. They kick and get themselves into open spaces and use their pace advantage. But tonight, they focused on defense. And defense is what won them the game. Scrambling on their own goal line, they now jump ahead of the Warriors and into second place. And I hate to say it. I mean, I really hate to say it. But, yeah, I think the Raiders are... Oh, he still hasn't figured out how to wear that hat properly. That guy in the crowd. I thought he was about to figure it out, but he had a look at it, put it back on his head the wrong way.
Game and Mel, what was the total prize pool if you feel like sharing? Yeah,
It's all right, Game and Mel. You're already a channel member, so we're not going to ask you for any of it.
Yeah. The Raiders, I mean, they must have been sick of hearing Sticky Ricky go at him on the 2 plane rides back to Canberra. $1,224 off of a $5
Off a $5 bet.
Game
Oh,
Mel.
hey, Alana, how's it going?
Very, very good.
We literally just
Love
both
it.
took a sip at the same time. That was hilarious.
What do we do?
We both took a sip of drink at the same time. It was hilarious. In St. John's. Wow, 16
right.
points to 10. The Raiders, they are the real deal here in 2025. I hate to admit it. I hate to say it. It feels dirty speaking the words, but they just keep finding ways to win. I mean, they are riding their luck. I mean, let's be honest. They've had a lot of luck this year. Let's be perfectly honest about that. But you've still got to be good enough to take advantage of that luck, and they're riding it all the way. in season 2025. Second spot. I mean, they're not going to win the premiership, but, I mean, they've at least made it interesting. I thought it was just going to be a Melbourne Storm cruise job.
Yes, you did. And you also think Melbourne Storm are going to win the premiership. So
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rounds.
If anybody thinks Melbourne are still not the clear favourites to win the premiership this year, you're just kidding yourself. But at least some other teams are now making it interesting. The Raiders, the Bulldogs.
Jason. I'm going to have to jump off because I got to feed the dog.
All right.
He's been whinging at me for the last 20 minutes. So I'm going to have to love yous and leave yous. Dan, have you got any final words or are you hanging about?
Yeah, I'll stick about.
All right. Well, I will see you all next weekend. I know, we won't see you next weekend. We'll see you on Wednesday.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
Night.
Yeah.
Game 1.
State of origin.
I'll have to find some appropriately colored beverages because pink is just not going to cut it. All right. I'm out till Wednesday. I will see you all then. Have a fabulous start to the week, everybody. Congratulations, Gabe and Mel, and to anybody else whose multis come off in that game. I hope you've had a good one. And Dan's just going to drool over Alana for a minute or two while I say goodbye, so that's fine. Origin Wednesday night. I'm so pumped. 3 days, 1 hour, 1 minute, and 21 seconds. Oh, let's do it. All right.
Okay.
I'll see you all on Wednesday.
See you, Michelle. Okay. Yeah, Bruzzy boy. Formula One tonight. F1 tonight. The Monaco Grand Prix. Lando Norris on pole. Our boy Oscar Piastri, I believe, is starting in third behind Charles Leclerc. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And there's been a rule change for this season. A mandatory two-stop strategy in the pits. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. That will certainly shake things up. I just wonder if somebody towards the back of the grid is going to... I just wonder if somebody at the back of the grid is going to take the punt and come in early for the mandatory pit stop and then hope for a safety car. It's a tight street circuit, so the chances of a safety car are pretty high. So I just wonder if somebody towards the back of the grid takes the risk. Track position is key at Monaco. So obviously the leaders are not going to be the ones to take that punt. But somebody at the back of the grid could afford to take that chance. Pit early, get one of those mandatory pit stops out of the way, hope for a safety car later in the race. It's really going to shake things up. I'm so keen to see how it goes. So that's coming up later tonight, 11 p.m., I believe it is. 11 p.m. local time for the Monaco Grand Prix. I'll just confirm that. Yes, 11 p.m. So I'll start around 10:30 then, I guess. 10:30 p.m. local time. And it's gonna be very interesting. It's a spanner in the works for Monaco. Seagoz, ahoy, mate. Do I reckon the Raiders were grubby? Well, I mean, there's nothing unusual about that. The Raiders are always grubby. But, I mean, that's how they play. They play tough. They play rough. They push the boundaries. Sometimes they get away with it. Sometimes they don't. I feel like they got away with some stuff tonight, but there was also some other stuff that was called. So, yeah, Bruzzy boy, the Formula One's a little bit of a funny one for us. It's new to the repertoire. I've followed Formula One pretty much all my life. When I was just a little kid, I always wanted to be a race car driver, but then I sort of, as I got older and realized there's all sorts of like weight restrictions and stuff in Formula One, I just decided that it wasn't for me. You know what? I'd rather bulk up and play rugby. I liked my food too much. Even as a kid, I'm like, no, I will never meet these intense weight restrictions. Yes, Formula One is for the little blokes. Let's leave it for them. I'll just happily sit back and watch. Cedric Sampson, ahoy, mate. Thank you very much. And of course, Formula One. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Formula One. Sorry. Sidetrack Confusion Jones. Formula One is a bit of a weird one. Yeah, so it's new to the channel, but I've been following it all my life. That's where I was going. So if I'm awake, I cover it. Oh, well, that's not true. I'm always awake. I always get up for the race. I don't necessarily always wake up on time to set everything up for it or feel like it when I do wake up. You know, you wake up after my nap. I've got to put clothes on. Got to do my hair and makeup and get ready for the show. I don't always feel like it. But yes, if I'm up and about and I'm ready to get it going, we will get it going. Monaco Formula One Grand Prix. Richard Trainer, I haven't really followed the Formula E, to be honest. Yeah, haven't really followed along. Anyways, Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much for being with us. We've got the Monaco Grand Prix coming up later tonight, potentially, as I said. We've also got AEW, Double or Nothing. We're continuing to branch out. This is what I do now for full-time employment. This is my job. So we're going to be doing, slowly but surely, a lot more content, branching out into a lot more sports. And the first two sports that we've branched out into has been wrestling and Formula One. So both of those are coming up. Formula One tonight, AEW Double or Nothing for our Not Another Bloody Wrestling Show podcast. We'll be doing a live watch along at 9:30 tomorrow morning. And then Wednesday night, back with Rugby League. The Old Panther will be joining me live in the studio. Michelle will be patching in as she does, and we'll be doing the State of Origin. So, Formula One, if I'm up, I will be. I likely will be. Formula One, wrestling tomorrow, State of Origin Wednesday. That's the plan. Thank you so much for joining us for this one. Very much appreciate it. And I will catch you guys all again very, very soon. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. They're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pints less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest, with a laugh and a cheer. some beer.